The journey to the first ever confidence-building beauty pageant, Mr. and Miss Ability, started as an idea fostered by Brand Ambassadors 256's director and founder.
Amompele Bismarck Moses is my name. The brain behind this unique pageant, which empowers people with disabilities also enter into the fashion world. This is an idea that was birthed in my mind 3 years ago, but then because around that time, that's when we were having some small issues. Then COVID came into the picture and we couldn't come up with the whole idea. But the story all began because I met friends who are actually living with disabilities, but they could actually make it in life. They were helping themselves. And I was really inspired. Then when I made some research, I just realized that other countries are actually doing this. And people can get motivated. When I talked to different people, the team, everyone thought it was a good idea. Now what we're waiting for was an execution, which is not always easy. And coming up with the team was not an easy thing. But I just realized that it became easy when I started talking to different people. But the winner was when we went to the Ministry of Gender. And they liked the idea and they supported us, they motivated us. And we hope that this can take on for a great deal of time. My thinking is that even the people that you see who are in charge are people living with disabilities, and they are really empowered to take on this pageant for themselves for a long time. I want to appreciate all the people, the sponsors, the partners who have come on board, and more to come on board to make sure that this is going toward the right direction. When I thought about the idea, I thought I would be inspiring unique abilities, these people that live with disabilities. I didn't know somehow that in the process of trying to inspire them, that I'll be inspiring myself. I feel there is a fulfilling that is in my heart that this has kicked off, and I request that everyone comes on board to help these people. There is a lot of ability, and there is someone out there who thinks that life is done for them because they are disabled, because they are living with the disability. I would like to tell them that it's not the end. It can work, and the journey has just begun.
With time, other resilient individuals joined the cause to lay a platform that could elevate the social status of people living with disabilities.
Is Bugembe Nelson. I'm an IT personnel, that is my professional side. Currently, I'm the National Coordinator, Mr. and Miss Ability Uganda. How I became to be the National Coordinator, after campus, 2019, COVID came in, so we were home, redundant, sleeping, eating what, all that. Then I had an idea because I had a group of 4 people that I was looking after. Youth, they were not disabled, they are able people like any other person. So an idea dropped in me of starting up something to keep ourselves active during COVID times. So I started making detergents generally, that is liquid soap, sanitizer, shampoo. So I started it. It is not easy, as you know, branding, marketing, all that. So I started, one of them joined me, we started pushing here and there. So as I was doing my marketing side, that is where I met the founder of Mr. and Miss Ability. He had this idea 3 years back, but he hadn't put it in action. Yes, so after seeing me doing all these things, and I was a person living with a disability, but I was doing something on my own, marketing with my jelly cans, with my bag, selling my soap. So he called me, we exchanged numbers, we met up, we had discussions on how we can pick up the unique abilities all over the country. Here we are, we started it, auditions, we have representatives from the north, east, west, entire Uganda. They are within here, Mr. and Miss Ability Uganda. Mr. and Miss Ability Uganda is the first ever confidence building and beauty pageant among people who are living with disabilities. Our theme, the reason as why we have this, is to empower unique abilities. There are unique abilities out there. The only abilities we know are the tourism or Mr. and Miss Ability Uganda, but the disability sector is left behind. So we want to bring these disabled people, we want to show the world that disability is not inability. Though they are disabled, but they can do something on their own.
In Uganda, like anywhere else in the world, people living with disabilities have had to cope with a social stigma.
For a long time, people with disabilities have been seen as inferior, have never been given chance to take platforms that people that are able-bodied take, and have been seen as people that were not supposed to be part of society, part of the overall society.
For example, the existence of people living with albinism has been threatened by traditional doctors who believe in mythical allegations that albinos possess superpowers.
Abantu abo balina eddembe lyabwe bazaalibwa nga nakyo kitundu okuba nga baliko obulemu. Ekifo ky'obbakwata obulungi n'obbakuuma obulungi ate muttabatte musaanyawo basaanyi. Nja kubagamba muyinza okulowooza ebintu ebyo si bituufu, gwakyogera nti oli omu oba muli babiri, naye ekituufu bannamagwe ye baatuuka okugazaawo abantu mu ggwanga erya Tanzania. Kati eriyo abantu abaveeyo emutukula abatanzania mweranga ne ku lediyo, waliyo n'omuntu awulira nagandi bannamagwe ye bwe baba basalako enviiri mu saaluuni n'enviiri zaabwe bazikweka. Tuvuddeyo ng'abasawo b'ekinansi okubannyonnyola nti ekyo ekintu si kituufu. Era alikwatibwa mu nsonga efaanana bw'etyo tujja kukomerera mpaka luzira okulaba ng'ofaanana bw'otyo. Mulekere abantu abaliko obulemu eddembe lyabwe.
The head of traditional doctors in Uganda not only rebuked the act of stigmatizing people living with albinism, but also pledged to be part of the later activities related to this confidence-building pageant.
Era nsaba kino olwaleero kirituuseko mu ggwanga kireme kudda mabega. Era nze ntandise campaign okulaba nga ntandika okukolera wamu n'abaana bano abaliko obulemu. Kabube bulango bwange kulannama ngenda kutandika bukola n'abaana baliko obulemu. Tugenda tandika okukola emyoleso concert nga tunoonyaamu ssente okulaba abaana bano nga nabo basobola okwekozesa. Tujja kuba tukola zi supermarket, amaduuka, ekyo omutonzi kyonna kyanaaba tusobozesezza okubanga tukituusaako engalo, kubanga abaana bano basoma, bamanyi oluzungu, bamanyi okuwandiika, bamanyi okubala. Katonda tasobola kulemaza mikono n'atakuwa bwongo mu mutwe.
Many well-wishers have seconded this initiative. For instance, the Ministry of Gender and Disability Awareness.
There's some people are blind, some people are very red. You know, we have bazungus in our clan. Yes. The very brown ones. They were given by God to be bazungus, but only denied them the hair. Anybody with albinism was seen to be like, if I take some part of your body, I would become rich. So they had to do a beauty pageant and show the world that these people are human beings, they are persons, and you cannot just take them for what? For granted.
As a way of exploring accessible tourism, the contestants made their maiden visit to Uganda Wildlife Education and Conservation Center, where they interacted with different animal species at the zoo.
I do believe that this is an eye-opener for PWDs out there to embrace tourism, because Uganda as a country has so much to offer, but you realize that in most cases PWDs are left out, and I believe Mr. and Miss Ability could be the one journey or the one step to 1,000 miles. So I really loved everything here.
Hello, I am so happy for Mr. and Mrs. Ability Uganda for this opportunity to tour different kinds of animals. I have seen like elephant, zebra, etc. And this is just my first time to come to this place to see different places. Okay, thank you.
Different organizations that partnered with the pageant occasionally made their visits to the boot camp where they interacted with the contestants.
My name is Charles Owekmeno. I'm the National Coordinator of Sexual Reproductive Health and Rights Alliance Uganda. I'm really excited to be part of the Mr. and Miss Ability 2021 edition. And for me, this is really a very powerful concept. And I'm glad that I had the opportunity to be part of it. And as I told the young people in there, the most important thing is that we need to push for the agenda of inclusion. A lot of planning is happening, but nobody cares about the unique needs of young people with disability and how they can be better supported.
The beauty pageant has been organized by a number of creative individuals with a just cause.
Hello, my name is Ziti Peace Apio, Creative and Content Director at Mr. and Miss Ability Uganda. I feel so humbled to be part of this initiative that empowers people living with disabilities. And I actually feel so great and can't wait to see the unique abilities they're going to display and show to the whole world.
To the contestants and all the partners that have been part of this initiative, I would like to let you know that the journey to empower unique abilities has just begun.
Without the help of a number of well-wishers, perhaps we would not be here today.
Hi, I'm Arnold Kamgisha, Sponsorship and Partnerships, Mr. and Miss Ability, Uganda. I want to thank everyone who has been with us on this journey from where we began until now. I want to give a special shout out to the Minister of Gender, who have worked hand in hand from where we started. I want to thank Sheraton Hotel, where we are now. A special shout out to NBS Television, Nowudu, Show Abilities Uganda, Tisenke Art Market, Gobs Foundation, and Chocolate Safaris. We are looking for more partnerships and more sponsorships as we are not stopping here on this show. We are going ahead. We want this movement to go ahead as we empower unique abilities. Thank you very much.